Is that how he did it exactly in Wolf of Wall Street?
It did. Just like that. Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Hello and welcome to this very sexy episode of Cinematic Sports Fanatics. My name's Alex.
My name's Kyle.
And I'm Dante.
He's here because it's, the sexy.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I tried to bring the suave back into the show.
Yes.
Heard there was lacking.
What's your middle name?
You brought it.
Yes.
Dante
yes.
Suave D. Sabatino.
That's right. Got to emphasize that D.
Yes.
Oh.
To all the kids watching
20
at home,
seconds in.
Listen, we got some news. Not a lot, but we'll make do. What's the biggest movie in the world right now?
Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Okay.
And this isn't a big deal, but Star Wars Episode 8 has been delayed. It's supposed to come out May 26, 2017. Got pushed back to December 15th, 2017.
Ugh.
Why?
Could it be behind schedule?
Could. It could.
It seems like the most favorite.
Make more money and break more records.
I think it's an amalgamation of both of what you guys said.
Time of the year.
Amalgamation.
I don't know if that's
Is that a word?
It could be.
You made it sound.
Could you look it up? Look up and see if that's
Spell
a
it how
word.
you wanted to.
Amalgamation.
Amalgamation. I've never heard that.
Maybe it's
before.
There's words. There are words. Amalgamation.
Amalgamation.
Oh, is there a word?
Amalgamation. The action process or result of combining or uniting.
Oh.
What did you use it as?
Boom, boom. I said it's an amalgamation of what you guys said.
Wow.
Thank you.
Where the hell did you learn that word before?
College, right?
Hello, I'm an English minor.
Oh. But really, though, they delayed it so we can watch it even more, the first one.
Because
I agree.
it did so well in December, I think that's the reason. And then what you said, I heard that they're rewriting the script a little bit, including some of the characters that people really liked in the new movie.
Oh.
Okay, so they're for demand.
Yeah, so I think it's both of those. My esteemed father believes that it's mainly what you said, the money. He
That's
thinks-
cool though. It's something that as fans you can make your voice heard and influence the next movie.
Yeah, no, I like that they're
It's cool.
listening.
I like it.
Hopefully that means that they don't repeat the same mistakes because as people should know, I like the movie, but I have problems with the movie, and I think they will fix my problems.
That's why it's maybe delayed because you had problems with
yeah,
it.
they watch the podcast.
Here's another one. Aren't they finishing up and adding a new part to Disney World for Star Wars? Is it going to be done by that summertime? Is that why
The
they're...
Disney park is it's going to be done in like 2020, so
Yeah.
Disney Park's going to take a while. Although you bring up another interesting point,
Disney.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 comes out like a week before Star Wars was supposed to come out. Guardians of the Galaxy is a Marvel property owned by Disney about space. They don't want
That's
to compete.
the one with
That's
Andy from Parks and Rec.
Chris Pratt.
Whose name is Chris Pratt.
Wow.
Look at that.
I am stunned. Show's over.
Speaking of suave.
Now, something interesting that a little bit of a ramification from this move.
Vocab all over the place.
Avatar 2. Now, who remembers Avatar? You don't like it.
I turned Avatar off on an airplane.
Avatar is a perfectly serviceable film, but...
I actually did just come back from Disney World. They have the floating rocks.
Oh, they have the Avatar
They have Avatar World at Animal Kingdom.
cool?
It is not going to be open yet. But when you drive into the parking lot, you can see the floating rocks, and it just reminded me of
What are floating rocks?
the floating rocks, the mountains, floating mountains,
The
not
Hallelujah.
rocks.
The Hallelujah.
Is that just like one of the Avatar
Yeah,
things?
yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
The Hallelujah Mountains.
Did they address how... This isn't a Lil Dicky song, so that's what made me think about it. Did they address how there was a relationship between a really tall blue thing with a tail and a human?
Well, he puts his soul in another body
Yeah, it's
so he can walk because he's...
an avatar.
I don't want to... I'm going to screw up the word, so I'm not going to say it. It starts with a P. You know what I'm talking about? People that like can't use a limb. Paraplegic.
Okay.
Paraplegic.
Yeah,
Look at
okay.
this.
That's
Vocab
true.
on point. Welcome to the Vocab Show. But yeah, Avatar 2 is now delayed, and that is the biggest movie of all time. So they're scared of Star Wars, which is... They should be, because who cares about Avatar?
Is the same director doing Avatar too?
Yeah, and James Cameron is a good director, but I'm not like... If I had to choose, gun to my head, Star Wars or Avatar, I'm going to see Star
Easy.
Wars.
I think I would choose Star Wars too.
Good. You should see Star Wars one of these days. Speaking of days, yesterday, Now, you were a 90s kid.
I am, in fact.
You are a 90s kid.
feel like
I'm
we
a
all
90s
are.
kid. Do you remember Rugrats?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy?
Yep.
No.
Rocco's Modern Life?
Yes.
No.
Real Monsters?
Absolutely.
No.
And Angry Beavers?
Yep.
No.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. 1992
There
here.
is a movie coming out. Now I know all these.
All
I'm
right.
glad you know Rugrats.
I know
at least.
Rugrat.
That's good. though.
There's a
That's
movie
good.
coming out that assembles all of these people.
What?
It's like an Avengers film for
Okay.
cartoons.
Suicide
Rocco's Modern
Squad.
Life is my favorite. Growing
Oh
up.
my god, me too. It's so dirty. You should watch
It
the show.
really
It's
is.
so dirty. It's like so
What were
like
the toads'
adult.
names? What?
Oh my god. It's so,
Oh, gosh, they were.
I don't remember. Yeah.
And then Heifer, right?
Yeah.
Was that his name? Or Hepper?
Hugh Heffer. Is that his name?
I don't know. That's a Hefner.
But maybe that's what they were going for, but that movie or that show is dirty and it's for kids. It's terrible.
Really?
It
Yeah,
really
so
is. And that was my favorite show as a kid.
So are the
that
Rugrats-
explains a lot today.
Are the Rugrats grown up?
I think they're still gonna be babies.
Well, I mean,
Damn.
it's only been 20
And
years.
this is directed by the guy that did Napoleon Dynamite, Jared Hess.
I don't know how I feel
So
about
it's animated.
this.
I don't know. Yeah, it is animated.
Wow.
Is
I don't-
Cat Dog in the mix in there?
There are rumors
Okay.
that Cat Dog might be in it, and there are rumors. Have you seen Cat Dog?
I've heard of it.
a cat. I mean,
How do they poop?
Well,
I've thought about
one
this.
one of them is just really unfortunate now, aren't they?
Or both.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It goes. I don't know. It's always perplexed me.
Asking
even as a little
serious
kid.
questions here.
I asked my parents, and they were like, "You're
It's probably an
never watching this
amalgamation
again."
of
Amalgamation.
of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cat dog.
But that's coming out. It literally, this news dropped like a couple of days ago, and I was like, "This is amazing! Like, I'm gonna see this movie." But at the same time, like, no kids are gonna see it from today. Like, we're the only one. Like,
Yeah.
we're the demographic, really.
I still think like people would take their younger kids to see it.
It might.
Why were the Angry Beavers so angry? Is my question, because I don't remember.
One of them wasn't that angry. There's like there's a red beaver and a yellow beaver. Red
The one that
beaver
was red was always angry,
Always
right?
angry. The white beaver, he was just kind of like a dick. Honestly, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm the white
Yeah, he
beaver."
was. I mean,
Those
Type
classic,
beat.
those classic whites.
well, he did have spiky hair, you know, and
Yeah,
usually people that do that
Yeah, for sure.
are that.
Yeah, we're doing a great job. Werewolves. Oh, what's that? Do you remember What We Do in the Shadows?
No.
No.
What's
Wait,
that
the
from?
vampire
I actually-
movie. Do you remember the vampires that we watched earlier in the last year? It was like a found footage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was so good.
They're making a spin-off.
Really?
Focusing on the wolves, and it's called Werewolves. Like We Are Wolves. But
Oh,
it's
I
like
would
a play
definitely see
on
that.
it's a play on werewolves. It's like werewolves.
And it's going to be the same type of humor?
I don't remember this.
You need
I
to-
keep
Was he
thinking
here?
Animorphs in my head.
Was he there?
seeing-
No, he wasn't. You need to see this
need to
movie. What
see
We Do
that.
in the Shadows. It's I think number
like a
6 on
mockumentary.
my favorite of the year list. It's so funny, so clever.
Very unique.
Yeah, it's really. Do you know Flight of the Conchords?
Yes.
Do you like them?
I have not seen enough to make a comment.
Do you
about
like
it.
their humor?
Yes.
Then
I
you
do.
would like this humor. It's one of the guys, Jermaine Clement. He's in the movie and he writes it, so you would
Okay.
like it. But so that's
Definitely
something-
interested in that. That'd be
yeah,
cool.
that's something that's coming out. What else? Yeah, the same director's coming back. Jermaine Clement's coming back. Who wrote it? He was that one vampire with like the long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really excited because I love the werewolves. I thought that was like one of the funnier parts.
Yeah.
Even though it was consistently funny. So like,
Yeah.
that's
funny.
great film. And let's move on to some not great stuff. Not a film, but we're gonna move on to hashtag Oscars So White. You're familiar with this? Are you familiar with this?
I know the problem.
So the problem is that, and I'm sorry, I'm going to rant on this because I have very strong feelings about this. But the problem is that not enough ethnic people, and I'm going to say ethnic because people I think are focusing too much on African Americans, but let's just say like Asians and Hispanics. Let's include everyone else. Only like white people have been like
So different minority groups.
yeah, different minority groups. Only white people have been nominated for any of the acting positions this year. Best actor, best actress, supporting actor, supporting actress. And everyone is up in arms about this. Potentially rightfully so. However, I do think it's hard to take someone out of this list. I think for the most part, maybe one or two people, everyone is deserving to be in this list. And I don't think this is a problem with the Oscars. I think this is a much bigger problem, which is just Hollywood. Because like if you look at the movies last year that are, let's say, a well-made African-American film.
12 Years a Slave.
That was 2 years ago, and that was nominated, actually. Oh. But Creed is one.
Okay.
And the other one is Straight Outta Compton, which
Great
we
movie.
saw. Good movie, I think. You think great, and that's fine. And then the other one is remember the one on Netflix, the one with like the little kid. It's called Beasts of No Nation.
Yeah.
That's the other one. And here's the problem with Straight Outta Compton. Me personally, I thought it was a good movie. I thought the first half was great.
Was a little
but
slow.
the second half started falling apart for me. And then there was only one notable actor in that movie, and it was the guy that played Eazy-E. He was really good. Was he Oscar worthy? Maybe, maybe not. It was his like first bigger movie, so it's like it's hard to get there. And in Creed, Michael B. Jordan is the main like ethnic minority actor, and he was good, but he was kind of overshadowed by Sylvester Stallone, who was white, and he did get nominated. So I don't think this is like a huge problem with like I don't think the Oscars should be like, oh, let's boycott the Oscars. I think this should be a wake up call for Hollywood, because I could like in one hand tell you how many good movies with minorities there were like that stand out, and then here on the other hand you have like Ride Along 2, bunch of minorities, terrible film. You have 50 Shades of Black that's coming out this weekend. Yeah.
What is this?
It's
one of those satirical,
parodying, and you have minorities in the leads. These are
so you're seeing these like satirical, comical kind of,
but they're not really like they're poorly done. But then audiences are like eating these movies up, right? So it's like audiences, we're telling them like, oh, these are the kinds of movies we like, and then movies like Will Smith's Concussion, which came out, which I heard was okay, and I heard he gives a good performance, but that movie didn't do well in the box office. So do you think Hollywood's going to make more of those movies? Or?
I think that's just a boring topic, that one.
It is. And interesting enough about Will Smith, so Jada Pinkett Smith, she said like, oh, I'm not going to the Oscars. And she said that like, I think because Will Smith wasn't nominated, which that's like the only reason I can think of, because I think people are blowing this out of proportion. I think people need to like kind of take it back and realize Hollywood needs to change before the Oscars can.
I agree with that.
Yeah? What do you think?
I mean, that's
it's a touchy subject.
Well, see, the thing is that I actually haven't seen a lot of these movies that have been nominated. So really, as far as I don't know if I can provide the best input there. But certainly, I do think there does need to be more of a change, a shift in Hollywood to be more inclusive in general, and to really make this. We're not all white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we
That's
can't
true.
keep portraying, these major characters.
Yeah.
Do you think it's them like making movies just because the viewers like how it is right now? Like, is it safe? Or because I feel like people see movies regardless. I feel like people see movies not just like, oh, I want to see a white person movie.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to have minorities and based on that. I mean, Straight Outta Compton did great.
Yeah, it did. It's actually
why is Hollywood like this?
Well, I mean, I guess
I think it's just because Hollywood is inherently white.
Yeah, so I mean,
the
that's
Academy. Most of the Academy members are old white guys, and that's changing. The Academy, their reaction to this is that they're implementing new rules. By 2020, there's going to be a bunch more minorities that are involved in the voting process, which is good, but like. They're still going to have to choose from the same types of movies. You know what I mean?
Everything racially that needs to get changed takes a long time naturally, because there are a lot of people in society that are still like old bigots that only like white people. As sad as it is, but
I will say Benicio del Toro in Sicario, he's Latino. He was, in my opinion, snubbed. He was fantastic in that movie, and he's a minority. So like that's like the one person where I look at the like list of people and I go, he should have been on this list. So
I think you're right though. If you fix Hollywood, then that'll fix the Oscars itself.
Yeah,
because Oscars are just a subset.
People don't know also the voting process for the Oscars. They are not required to see every single movie. So let's
How
say
interesting. I did not know that, actually.
I don't think a lot
That
of
seems
people
a little-
know that.
That's
So like,
It's every single movie though.
but like let's say for instance, Straight Outta Compton, right? Let's say that some of these old white guys don't like that kind of music because a lot of old white people don't like rap, right? That's like
I think
pretty,
that's safe to say.
So like they wouldn't want to go see the movie. So then the movie's not going to get nominated because they didn't see it, you know. And
That's
they might
dumb.
actually watch the movie and think it's good, but they're not
So-
going to go see it.
Just want to understand a little bit more of this process. The Academy, how are these movies chosen? Just so we can understand a little bit more.
So it's a little hard to describe, but the best way I can explain it is basically they make a list of people and stuff that they like, people in movies that should be chosen, like big list. And over time they start narrowing it down. They start pairing up who's popping up.
Okay.
So it's a very unusual process, which I don't agree with. I think the process is terrible, but that's how it happens. If you want to know more though, you can go to oscars.go.com.
That's something I'll have to do.
Yeah, and read up on it. I did a whole public speech presentation on it. My biggest thing with the Oscars, though, just to wrap things up, is that they have a lack of diversity with the types of films that they choose. Because I think they love biographical pictures, which if you look at some of these movies, Spotlight, it's kind of biographical because it happened. Movies like this movie Carol, I think it might be biographical. Don't quote me on that. The Big Short is biographical, the one on the financial collapse. So you have a bunch of these biographical films that are getting recognition, and then occasionally you get a Mad Max, which is nominated for a lot, actually. So you have these more other movies that kind of break boundaries and do really great things that aren't getting nominated as much. So that's my biggest problem with the Oscars. But I think the whole racism of the Oscars, that's just going to go away with time. And I think we just need to make changes in Hollywood.
I mean, acknowledging it is the first step.
Yeah. So, let's acknowledge the trailers now.
Oh boy, there we go.
Starting off with a little Key and Peele action, Keanu.
Ooh,
What do you guys think?
I like those guys, but that movie just seemed random and weak.
I kind of
and
had to
not
bite my
enjoyable.
tongue watching that one. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the cat was adorable.
Cat is
we all
actually
like
really
cats.
cute. Don't.
No.
I love cats.
I like that
highly
cat.
allergic
That
Dogs
cat
are
was
way
cool.
dogs are way better.
Preach.
But see, well, actually, if they did have a little puppy, it could have changed the entire.
So regardless of the cuteness of the animals,
but no, it seemed like a sketch. But is this a sketch too long? Can you imagine doing a sketch for that? 2 hours.
Yeah.
Sitting
No,
there.
I agree. I think there are like a couple funny parts, but I kind of expected more from them.
I'd give it like a 4 out of
A
10.
4? Oh,
Of
let's
excitement.
Oh, you want to rate these?
We need to have that back.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Of what looking forward to. 3 or 4 for me. Just because I like
I'll go
their
5. A very middle,
naturally I think they're funny. So
middle of the ground.
All right, I'm gonna have to go probably with more of the 4.
Okay.
Now, I look when I think about movies, I like to think like, okay, am I gonna go pay for this movie? Am I gonna wait for it to come out? This is a movie that I'm not going to.
Yeah, I don't.
you
I
can
don't
find
think,
it on Netflix.
I'm gonna try to find it on
Oh yeah,
Netflix.
Keanu.
I would even be like a little bit weary of going to the dollar theater if
Yeah.
it came out a couple months later. And
If I hear that it's good,
Then
I will go
I'll
to
take-
see
I'll
the
give it a
movie.
shot.
But otherwise, it doesn't look.
Doesn't look like a movie
Yeah.
you
critics
know what?
would like.
I'd rather watch the short clips that appear on YouTube for it.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. All right.
But,
Well, speaking of short, a lot of girls in this trailer had a lot of short skirts for Neighbors too. Sorority Rising. Should I use that joke?
Yeah,
Your mom's watching.
yeah, that's fine.
Sorority.
She's okay with it.
That's how they say it in the trailer.
Sorority.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got 2 eyes in there.
Good.
Hi,
I
Mom.
didn't know where
Love
we
you.
were going to go with that one. So
Yeah, I mean, it looks kind of like the same idea with girls.
Yeah.
Wasn't crazy about the first one, so I'm still on like.
Yeah,
the 4.
I wasn't crazy about the first one either. Too many stereotypes, I think.
Yeah,
Too many
4,
cliches.
especially being in a fraternity and you basically know like.
I know the inside scoop.
So 4 out of 5, 4 or 5 for me.
I'll go with a 4 as well.
I'm actually gonna give this one a 6 because of all the pretty ladies, and I do think I can finally say this because I think she's old enough. What's
It's a
her
weird
name?
sentence.
It's weird.
Oh God, now I'm forgetting her name.
Selena.
No, not Selena. She was always
the
old
one
enough.
that's
Yeah, you know the she used to. She
Your name
played,
Dakota?
No.
Oh God.
Oh God.
She's a she's a long name, like a three
Well,
thing.
while
name.
we're talking, I might have to upgrade to a 4.5. Zac
Wow.
Efron did appear.
Yes.
He was quite
He's
attractive.
the equivalent of the girls.
Yeah,
He's paid not to have a shirt on in that trailer. Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yes.
I think I'm allowed. Am I allowed? Is she legally? Yes, she is. I can legally say she's very attractive now. So, Chloe Grace Moretz, come on the show. But yeah, I did not know. I guess I was kind of aware, but I did not know that sororities couldn't like.
Yeah, I mean they don't
do
throw
all
parties
that.
now. Usually they have a house mom,
Yeah,
and
which I actually find that kind of interesting. I like that they're maybe exploring that a little bit.
yeah.
I would love to go to a sorority party.
Oh yeah,
That's the thing is that seeing this is something fantastic
of course.
because it's uncharted territory.
Oh, speaking of,
All the girls buy the drinks for the guys. That'd be weird.
oh my God, yes, please, let's make that happen. Let's do a role reversal Thursday. Yeah, all right. Suicide Squad.
Wow.
Speaking of role reversal, because it's like villains kind of having their day as kind of heroes. This is my favorite trailer ever. Drop the mic.
I was surprised by that. That's some big praise.
Yeah, I love this trailer. I'll tell you why I love it, because it's not like a cheaply made trailer. One, it doesn't give away the plot too much. Two, it does this thing that I love when trailers do this, where they like sync up actions in the trailer to the music. I love that. That's awesome. So, what do you guys think?
Well, something I took away particularly was the imagery in this trailer.
Very good.
It was beautiful to watch. Just with all the with all the other things going on, action, violence, whatever. Just seeing the way they painted this trailer was actually pretty cool. Let's say that.
Something I took away that was also beautiful was Margot Robbie.
She is legal.
She's amazing.
She's legal.
Oh man.
Yeah, definitely an 8 for me. I think it's a really cool idea. The Joker, the way he's portrayed, is really
Looks
cool.
huh?
I'm not into stuff like this, but I would see this honestly.
Yeah, I think this is something you could really sink your teeth into.
I'm excited.
What's your number? Pray tell.
I'd have to go. I'm going to do an 8.5 on that one.
Okay.
Do a little half there.
Right.
I'm
Where are you
very
sitting?
excited for this.
What's 8.5 plus 5 divided by 2?
Well, 8 plus 5 is 13. 13.5 divided by 2.
Minus 1.
Be a 6.75.
I used to
Wait,
be.
8.5 plus.
5
Wait, did I
divided
say-
by 2.
Yeah.
13.5 divided by 2 is
13.5 divided by 2. 1.5 divided by 2.
Oh wait, I should have
Yes,
emphasized.
It is 6.75.
Wait, I
like
should have
you're-
emphasized this. There was a parentheses.
Oh.
So it's
Head
8.5
mass, right?
plus open parentheses
Okay.
5 divided by 2 close parentheses.
okay. So I'm guessing, is this a 10?
Yeah, it's
Okay. That was a very hard way of saying 10.
Sorry.
It was very.
Sorry for our viewers. You had to do math for a little bit. Something that's also hard is a room, green room. This is a very small trailer, but it's by a director who did this movie called Blue Ruin, which I loved. One of my favorite movies that I've seen in the past couple years. And this trailer doesn't give away anything practically, although you had a little bit of dissection, which was nice. But
I'm intrigued, and I'm very curious to see where this is going to go.
Yeah.
But the way I see this going, it seems like, it might be a little bit cliche, very surface level thing, but it seems like this group of people saw something they weren't supposed to.
yeah, which could very well be it.
And, I'll just leave it at that.
Looks
But-
gorgeously shot, I think, too.
Right, yeah.
I like the name choice. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's kind of a little dark and the word green room is used with the musicians a lot and artists.
Yeah.
So it has like a double entendre there.
Yeah.
And then the actual room presence seems kind of scary.
Yeah, it
I
was-
definitely would like to see this.
It was going to be called The Room, but they had to change it because of another movie.
I'd say 9 for this.
Agreed.
I'm going to go with that, too.
Hey. We got
Yeah, I'm
We
excited.
got a 999, and guess
I-
what? There's a movie called 999 coming out in February.
All right.
A little plug. It doesn't look very good, though, in my opinion.
Keeping the plug going.
Yeah, but we all gave that a 9. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Wow.
Dante, take it away.
Oh, boy. All right. I'm a huge Cloverfield fan. I've been waiting for years. So when I saw this trailer, I knew immediately where this was going. But there is a whole backstory with Cloverfield. I'm very interested to see the websites, the background stories that pop up with this one. I'm going to watch it a couple times because they plug little things. I don't know. For anyone, I don't know if you haven't seen it.
I've not seen it.
You have?
I haven't seen it, but I'm very familiar.
Okay. So, there's this whole thing, Slusho. There's a whole background story with this soda company in the first one, and they happen to show like little shots of advertisements in New York City. And there was a whole conspiracy there. So I'm curious to watch this trailer to see if there's something that they have, if it's a product or a company they usually do that. They advertise in the background. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. It's been out for a week.
I thought the casting was interesting.
Yeah.
The guy,
John Goodman.
Wasn't he in Monsters Inc.?
Yeah, he played Sully.
Yeah, I was a little confused what was going on between the family and that.
Yeah.
What was the fighting? But I mean, I love when I don't know what happens.
Yeah, it looks like they might have been either maybe not born there, but it looks like they've been there for a long time, and the girl wants to leave.
Yeah.
Which Maria Elizabeth Winstead, yes please.
I mean, I'm thinking here what they're trying to do is, maybe three strangers, people that may have known each other, ended up in this situation, and they've been trying to play family, friends, do the puzzles, the game boards, let's make the best of this. And they're in that bunker. Of course, maybe they've been there a little bit too long, awaiting a rescue of some sort. But very interested to see what happens on 10 Cloverfield Lane.
What's your number?
Oh gosh. I mean, I can't. Can you? I mean, I'm a little bit biased here. You can't really give it 10. I'm going to give it a 9.5 just because I'm a Cloverfield fan now. Right. That might be a little bit blown up.
9.5 Cloverfield Lane.
9.5 Cloverfield Lane.
What's your number? 8? I'm going to push.
Don't know
8.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it seems interesting.
Also well shot. A lot of these trailers are very well shot. Speaking of Conjuring, The Conjuring 2.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. This is my favorite genre. Conjuring 1 was good.
Yeah.
I like, even though it's probably not, truly a true story like they want to say, it's
Got me.
Did I get you?
Got me.
I got you.
It's definitely a cool thing, and it's really well shot. I like the trailer.
Yeah,
so I'd give it a 9.5. I mean, I'm definitely going to see it. I love it.
You know what? I have not seen the first Conjuring, but I've heard so much talk about this movie. I love scary movies. Very excited to see it. I'm going to have to do it. Now that I gave 10 Cloverfield Lane a 9.5, this definitely deserves a 9.5 as well. Certainly anything can't be perfect, but it's definitely very close. I'm excited. I'll go see it on opening night.
All right.
Sure.
For me, it's an 8.5. I'm a little wary because I'm scared. I really like the first Conjuring. I know. I like the first Conjuring, but I also like the first Insidious. I wasn't too fond of Insidious 2, and James Wan did both of those, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But he took a long break from this, so he went and did Fast and Furious 8, which not good. And they're all minorities.
Gosh.
Full circle.
But yeah, that wasn't very good, and I think he kind of got the action out of his system, and now he's back to do what he loves, which is horror, and I think he excels at it. I think he's one of the best horror people. There's a movie coming out in February called The Witch. It's a horror film. I think you might dig it. I heard it's good.
Nice.
I haven't seen any trailers because I kind of want to go in blind, but
yeah,
a little something. So that's it for movies, and let's keep on pounding to the football side.
Sports. Not that much to talk about, but I was interested. Alex, you said you watched both games.
I did.
Tell me your thoughts, just anything that went through your mind through the first game you watched.
So this is Patriots versus Broncos. Yes. Yeah. So my initial thought was Patriots were not playing very well. Mm-hmm. The Broncos seem to do a very good job on defense, kind of closing in and making sure that Tom Brady doesn't get to throw.
They've had the best defense all year, the Broncos.
You'd say?
No, yeah,
better
statistically.
Than Panthers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're here, because Peyton Manning has played terrible all year.
Yeah, I was gonna say Peyton Manning didn't really impress me that much, but they had such a good, they had such a solid defense. They were able to kind of box in Brady, #box in Brady, And I kind of fluctuated watching, and I watched the last couple minutes, and Brady really knows how to pull a miracle.
Oh yeah, he's a great player. He's clutch too.
Yeah, but he wasn't clutch enough at the very end.
And I remember in our picks, I had Denver losing their first playoff game, and I want to say you did too.
I think I might have, yeah.
Because I know you definitely didn't have Denver in the Super Bowl.
No.
But yeah, they've surprised a lot of people.
Is this Peyton Manning's last year?
I think it might be. There's a lot of rumblings.
Yeah, because a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is his last hurrah."
This is his last game, and I'm a little worried as a Panthers fan. You know, the NFL would love the whole story of Peyton Manning last game, his legacy, winning the last Super Bowl. So I'm hoping no calls go their way. You know, just trying to help him out because I could see. Honestly, I know we're the better team. I could see us blowing them out, but I mean, it's hard to do that in the Super Bowl.
Unpredictable.
The spread opened up at 6, which is not opened up, but it's at 6 now, which is a lot in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, as a Panthers fan, it's weird being disrespected. You said you watched our game. What did you think about that?
Yeah. Well, question: did you watch the Patriots game?
Well, I did not.
You missed that one.
I didn't miss it. However, I am pleased with the news. My family lives in Rhode Island, and when I was there this past winter break, those traffic and Patriots fans everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan there, but no, I don't have too much to add there.
And then the Panthers game, you watched that one?
I did.
What were your takeaways from that game?
I was like, wow, they're so good. That was my big takeaway. Now, it was Panthers and Cardinals, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is Cam's a great player. He just he throws the ball so he's just on point. He knows where to throw. He doesn't mind getting his hands a little bit dirty, kind of doing a little QB sneak here and there, running the ball. Even I just think Cam he really elevates the team, and your guys' defense is really good. I think that was my biggest takeaway from the game is you guys know how to make a stop with the Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean I was there. I saved
saw you.
up,
You're on TV.
Got some Christmas money. It's my number one passion, so I decided to go up there. My wallet's definitely a lot smaller, but
your wallet's seen better days.
Definitely got a lot of help from my parents and grandparents, so I'm very happy and thankful. But the game was great. We kicked their ass, dude. And then Arizona's really good. That's the thing. A lot of people were picking them. I remember at Rush, I was asking all the kids, that knew anything about NFL, unless they were like, oh, no, I don't follow. I was like, all right, who do you think is going to win the games this weekend?
Yeah.
And so, everyone except 2 of the people said Arizona. So it was a very gratifying win because that was the same way the week before. Everyone was picking Seattle. City was great. It was the happiest crowd I've ever been in. Everyone was dancing, jumping up and down. It was the first time we ever hosted it. So, going into the Super Bowl, can't ask for anything else, really. It was a great experience. As far as the other game, that was on the big screen. Jesus, Burke.
Wait, what are you doing? Oh, Hunter? She's going to be on the show. It's fine.
But, we...
Move in. Oh, God. I'm sorry to our viewers who just had to witness Burke's face. I'm very sorry.
Come on in.
Hey, Hunter.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Good. What was I talking about?
Panthers.
Was I still on the Panthers?
Yes.
Yeah, so, we're easily the best team in the league. There's no one that can really doubt that anymore. But we watched the first game that you were talking about on the big screen in the stadium, and everyone in the stadium was rooting against the Patriots.
Nice.
Whereas I was rooting for the Patriots because, number one, I thought I'd love to beat them as a rematch, redemption from 2003. But also, I was going to go if the Patriots made it. I was one outcome away because Chris Yule was going to take me. But I'm okay with just being in the Super Bowl. I guess I could deal with that.
Now, is it bad that I thought when the Patriots were they could have either won or lost. It was that very close call at the very end with the 2 points that they missed. But I thought to myself, if you were able to go, you're going to be so happy. Because I had a feeling you were going to win, and if the Patriots won, you would have went and saw the Super Bowl. But I knew if they lost, I could film you for my documentary project. So I was like,
oh yeah, tell the viewers about that.
So I have a documentary project. I have to be a fly on the wall, and I'm going to do it on Kyle, and I'm going to film him during the Super Bowl.
It's gonna be interesting. That's
gonna be a
something
roller
that
coaster.
I'm gonna
Now
have
that
for the rest
is
of my
something a
life.
10.
You like-
that deserves a 10.
you like that idea?
one, yeah. Yeah, you got to make a trailer for that one too.
It'll just be him screaming.
Yeah, I mean that's something that if we win, it'd be awesome to watch.
Yeah, you can show your kids and be like, "That's when the Panthers
And
won that
if
one
we
time."
lose the, if we lose, that'll definitely be some interesting footage.
Yep.
What are like the rules on the video for your class? Because
My-
there's
only
gonna
my
be
professor's
times
seen
where
it.
I'm not gonna be as
Oh, you mean like swearing?
yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not gonna show you swearing.
Okay.
Although I do want to ask her if I can.
I think that would be
'Cause
much more.
She's very quirky. My professor. I feel like she probably swears like a sailor.
Yeah, I'm gonna be stressed out, so that's gonna be.
Good.
I think we should start it like Sunday morning, just
Yeah,
the whole day.
I'm gonna sneak into
that's
your
very
room
exciting.
in the morning and film you as you sleep.
Now, my question is, do you have like a kind of like when you watch the games, like a ritual? I know some people, they have a mat that they have to make sure their feet are on the mat when they're watching the game. Do you have anything that you do every time when you watch Panthers game?
I usually try to wear my Greg Olson T-shirt.
Okay.
Olsen.
It was dirty when I was on my way to Charlotte, but I brought it and wore it anyway.
Nice.
And
Now
we
you have
won.
to wear it every time, for sure.
As far as where I watched this season, I've watched mainly here.
Yeah, and
And
they've been winning.
But the thing is, we've been winning every time we play, except for once.
Where were you that
the
one
only
time?
time we lost was when I was in a bar. So I'm never watching in a bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
But
Never wanna do
I mean,
that.
I can't say, this department. But I mean, we've won every game. So I mean, I'm not gonna veer from that. Have you heard anything about people's opinions on the Super Bowl, or if not, I mean, what are you thinking for it?
I've been hearing a lot of like just. I think people are kind of set on Panthers. I've been hearing a lot of Panther.
It makes me it's a little weird because we're never really picked.
I know. I think it's just they're reflecting on your awesome season. So
As far as X's and O's, that I'll just touch on briefly. Denver's defense was killer in that game and really got after Brady, but that's because the Patriots didn't have a good running game. And Carolina is the best running game in the NFL. So if we establish the running game and then we have a better quarterback at getting out of sacks and Cam Newton, I like our chances,
Oh, one thing. Remember how 2 weeks ago, I believe it was 2 weeks, maybe it was 1 week ago, where you guys played well in the first half and then the second half.
That's
it came
been
close?
the thing all year.
But you didn't do that this last
Yeah,
time.
I
You
guess.
guys really it was very consistent.
Yeah,
I
we
was
made it
watching it and I was like, they're like, very good, very good.
Made a point to, just blow them out of the water. It was amazing.
Yeah. So
What,
bring that intensity
What's
to the
your
bowl.
score prediction and who wins?
I'm going to say score prediction is 45. Panthers. Cardinals will have.
Broncos are playing.
Broncos will have. It's baseball.
Cardinals are a football team, too.
That's another way that you can throw. That's another way that you can throw a football. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I throw footballs.
Wait, I need to do the math here for a second.
Dropping 45 on the number 1D. That's nice.
Yes. I'm going to say 45-31.
Who's going to win?
I think Panthers will win.
Panthers get the 45. All right, what's your prediction? Just shooting something out there. What are you feeling?
Man, to start the score, can't say. But I think the Panthers will take it this year.
Yeah, I mean,
If you're wearing
I'm
your
going to
shirt and not
go.
watching it in a bar.
I'm going to go 31-20 Carolina.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, you're stealing my 31, are you?
I think it's going to be a close game throughout, but I think in the second half we'll take the lead and pull away, and I will probably cry
No, perfect.
because we've never won.
That's
We've
what
never,
I want.
We've never won a Super
Now
Bowl.
you'll cry if you win or if you lose.
100% correct.
Perfect. Because just for
This-
video purposes, I have to be
And
just
the
my fly.
Broncos, last thing I have really is the Panthers. They've worn white when they've done well in the playoffs in their career. And the Broncos got to choose what they wear, and they just chose white. So they're playing mind games with us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be them in white, us in black. Sunday, February 7th. That's the
coming up.
number one sports thing right now. NBA's middle regular season. Golden State's dominating. Baseball's off season.
Yeah.
I don't follow hockey, so Super Bowl
Yeah.
is sports, and that's what I got. And,
Panthers and hockey are doing apparently
They
well.
are, apparently, yeah.
Sebastian Cardone says.
But hey, I will say when we did our whole NFL playoff predictions, we both picked Carolina at the beginning of the playoffs.
Yeah, we did.
Which not a lot of people picked.
No.
So
I picked to support you, and mainly I didn't know about the documentary at the time, but maybe there was a part of me that knew.
yeah, that's going to be exciting. So yeah, that's what I got for sports. It's been a great season for me. This will be the last one. Hopefully, next episode we'll have a Super Bowl championship.
Yeah, and what will we? Is basketball going to start revving up a little bit?
Yeah,
end of
basketball again
February.
later, and then baseball starts in March. So
One thing that isn't related. No, we're done with sports.
done with sports.
All right. One thing that I just want to ask, since we're moving into February territory, if someone is born February 28th, 29th, thank you.
Yeah, I think they just take.
still
I
going
think they
there.
take 28th or March 1st as a birthday.
But wouldn't it make more sense for it to be March 1st and then 28th? Because I've given this a fair amount of thought. I want my kid to be born on the 29th because I just want to.
That'll take
that
some
kid.
precision.
Yes.
Yes. It would.
It'll happen.
I mean, technically, yeah.
I'll
I
just
think it
keep
should be
having a
March.
kid until I get it right.
I mean, I think. Okay.
How did we get to this?
I
don't know.
Because February.
February, it's leap year. March 1st, is my
wait.
opinion, is when they should
Yeah.
celebrate. Because, yeah, you're right. Day after 28th.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I just feel like that must suck being that person. Like if you're our age, you're 4 times less technically.
Like 4 or 5 years
Not
old.
technically though, because your age of your body is the same age.
I don't know.
It's just
If I was born the
20,
if I was born the 29th, I would go around telling people like, "Oh yeah, I'm 5, I'm 4, I'm a minor."
You know
can't
what? People
touch
would
me."
hate you.
If
No.
I was born on the 29th, I'd have a huge celebration every time that leap year comes around.
Could name the kid Leap.
Normal birthdays, and then,
What if your last name was Year?
well, there we go.
Then everything about you would
Ben
just
Year.
be Leap.
But Year could be a last name. Ben Year, Aleki Year, Kyle Year,
Could be, yeah.
Leap Year.
Yeah, I get it. I get the connection.
Good. All right, glad we solved it.
Dante, thanks for coming on, dude. You did great.
Thank you,
You're
thank
really
you.
good. Will you come back?
You know what? If I'm invited, maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Good. To all our viewers out there, have a very safe and very successful
And
Valentine's
keep
Day.
pounding. Go Panthers. Watch the Super Bowl. And peace out, guys. It was fun.
Yeah.
Good job. You did good.